What's up guys, Marcus from Rare Candy today, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new deck from the Guardians Rising set. We've already touched on this deck once back in our testing grounds video, but now we're taking another look at it again, this time on PTCGO, and Tapu Koko, it's definitely a pretty solid deck in the current standard format. There haven't been that many tournaments right now, but I think this is definitely a powerful new card from the new set. And this list that we're looking at right now is actually one that I sort of based off my buddy's list. My buddy Max Potter, he competed recently at a League Cup. We both attended that one in Wilmington, and this is kind of like, I've changed a couple cards from the list that he played. But yeah, so I guess we'll get right into this list now. So to start it all off, we've got 4 Tapu Koko GX, 170 HP. So his ability Aero Trail, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may move any number of lightning energy from your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. If you do, switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So pretty much if you've got a lot of energy set up on your bench and whatnot, or maybe some energy on your active attacker, you can put down a Tapu Koko and move, as much energy as you like to it from any of your Pokemon, and then he can start swinging with his attacks, because he'll get to go active after that. So his 2 attacks are Sky High Claws for 2 lightning and a colorless, 130 damage, no effects of the attack or anything, just a straight 130. So that's pretty solid to 2-shot pretty much everything in the current format. And then he's got Tapu Thunder GX for the same energy cost, 50 damage times the number of energy that they have attached to all of their Pokemon. So yeah, with 3 energy on the board, you're doing 150. And then, if you have the Choice Band attached to him, you're doing 180. So yeah, just pretty solid attacker, and he's got a very fun engine to play, I believe. So let's take a look at the rest of his support. We run 1 Jolteon EX, and Jolteon, I think at least 1 is definitely needed in here. It's got 160 HP, Swift for 30, not affected by weakness or resistance, but the main reason it's in here is for Flash Ray, 70 damage, 1 lightning and 2 colorless. During your opponent's next turn, you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So pretty much Jolteon is really good to wall against certain things. If you're playing against Tapu Koko, you can wall it with Jolteon, and just that wins. If you're playing against Trashalanche even, this thing is really good because their backup attacker is Drampa GX, and Drampa won't be able to attack you. So what you can do against Trashalanche really is just kind of don't play too many item cards, just set up a Jolteon, and then with not playing very many items and with your stadiums that we'll get to in a minute, Trashalanche isn't doing much damage to you, so you can just kind of sit there and 2-shot things, and the Garbodors, and with the Choice Band you can 2-shot the Drampas, and so it's definitely helps you out a lot in that matchup. So it's just there to help you out a lot in certain matchups that Jolteon can just kind of steal games from, weak to fighting and resistant to metal. So yeah, we'll get into the other Pokemon in the set. Max did tech a Carbink in here. He was expecting a lot of Sylveon, and there was definitely some Sylveon at that tournament. Energy Keeper is its ability. Basic energy cards attached to your basic Pokemon can't be discarded by effects of your opponent's attacks, abilities, or trainer cards. So this protects you from Sylveon or Lapras decks, where they're going to try and use Flare Grunts to discard your energy, Crushing Hammers, Enhanced Hammers, and everything like that. Carbink will protect you against those types of things. So he did tech 1 just because he was expecting a lot to be in that current meta. And I do like teching 1 just because Sylveon is a very popular deck in the current standard format. We play 2 Shaman, pretty standard. Most decks play a couple Shaman just to set up, draw until you have 6 in your hand. Then we play 1 Tapu Lele in here. It's got 170 HP. Its ability Wonder Tag. When you play it onto your bench, you can search your deck for a supporter card. So this is a good Pokemon to get you out of a tight situation. Maybe you've got a hand but no supporter cards or anything like that, you can Ultra Ball and you can get a draw supporter, or you know, maybe you need a Lysander to pull something active and take a knockout on something. You can Ultra Ball and grab a Lysander out of your deck. So definitely a good Pokemon to have in here. We do really only need one. I have played this with two. I never usually need two of them though. I usually think the one is fine. And then it does have a good attack as well, Energy Drive. This does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. It's not affected by weakness or resistance, so similar to Lugia's attack. And then it does have Tapu Cure, but we don't run Psychic Energy, so we're not going to touch on that here. And then last but not least for the Pokemon, we do run a Voltorb Electrode line. So Electrode is pretty good in here for its ability Buzzap Thunder. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may knock out this Pokemon and attach it to one of your lightning Pokemon as a special energy card. This provides 2 energy only while this card is attached to, or 2 lightning energy only while this card is attached to a Pokemon. So you can evolve into Electrode, and then this will help you get, like, you know, your turn 2 Sky High Claws. I was forgetting what his attack was. It'll help you get your turn 2 Sky High Claws, because you can set one of these up on the bench during turn 1, evolve into it, and then use Buzzap Thunder to knock it out. Your opponent does take a prize card, but you're already swinging turn 2, so it's a really good card in here, I think. He does play a 2-2 line. You normally only need the one Buzzap Thunder per game, but you don't want to prize it and not be able to use it, so 2-2 seems like a good line in here for sure. So then we'll get into the item cards. So we have one Field Blower. Choose up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadium cards to discard, yours or your opponent's. So definitely one is good in there for sure. We do play 4 Max Elixir, so you can look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a Lightning Energy to one of your benched Pokemon. And then here we play 2 Max Potion. Max played 1 in his list at the League Cup. I kind of like 2 in here just because you can bench it and then, you know, bench the Tapu Koko, put it active, and then bring the damaged one to your bench and take all of the energy off of it, so that way you can kind of Max Potion it without having to worry about losing the energy. Max did say he didn't really use Max Potion too often, so he was even thinking about cutting the 1 that he had in there, but I kind of thought it would be neat to just mess around with it, because I haven't played this deck too much, so I wanted to see if I could really abuse that effect of, you know, putting Tapu Koko down on my bench, replacing the damaged one with a fresh one, and then Max Potioning, healing all of the damage from that benched Tapu Koko. Now we play a 1-1 split of the Rescue Stretcher and Super Rod. Max played 2 Super Rod, but I kind of like 1 in here of the Rescue Stretcher, just to be able to, maybe I have a Tapu Koko knocked out, and I can pull a Tapu Koko from my discard pile, and then put it in my hand, and then just bench it, and be able to, you know, put all of the energy onto it, and then just start attacking some more. So I think the 1 is okay, just to be able to pull a Tapu Koko out by itself in, you know, emergency situations, or maybe you've got a Voltorb on your bench and you've discarded 2 Electrode, you can pull one out and use its ability, etc. But I don't think 2 Super Rod is bad either, because you do like to put your energy back in. You know, if they've been taking knockouts and stuff and you want to hit Max Elixirs late game, this will help you put your energy back in, so you are more likely to hit those Max Elixirs. Then we play 4 Ultra Ball, very standard, just, you know, best ball search card in the game. 4 Versus Seeker, very standard, just pull supporters back from your discard to your hand. And then we play a 3-1 split of the Rough Seas and Aether Paradise Conservation Area. This stadium here prevents you from, or it doesn't prevent you from anything. Your basic grass and basic lightning Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, take 30 less damage from attacks. So this is good just to help Tapu Koko tank some more hits. Jolteon can tank some more hits with that thing too. And then the 1 Rough Seas is good as well. Once during your turn, each player may heal 30 from each of their water or lightning type Pokemon. So this makes it where you can, you know, heal all of your lightning type Pokemon in here, the Tapu Kokos, Jolteons, I guess technically Electrode if it's got any damage on it. I asked him why he didn't just go with straight up 4 Aether Paradise Conservation Area, and he said in the current meta right now, with Field Blower and the amount of stadiums that are being played, you're really only getting like 1, maybe 2 uses out of a stadium once you've put it down, so you can kind of just like drop a Rough Seas and heal really quick. It's especially good in a matchup if you're playing against something like Decidueye, where they're kind of just pinging damage counters around. You can put one of these down and heal a couple times off of all of your Pokemon from wherever they've been pinging these damage counters at. But I guess you could go to 4 of the Aether Paradise Conservation Area as well if you'd like to do that. Then we play 2 Lysander, pretty standard, most decks just play 2 Lysander, pull something from the bench and bring it active so you can attack it. There are 3 N in here, pretty standard draw supporter. Shuffle, you and your opponent both shuffle in and draw the same number that you have for remaining prize cards. There's 1 Pokemon fan club in here, which I kind of was like questioning it at first, but then I thought about it and was like, wait, well, it's pretty good because you can grab like a Voltorb and a Tapu Lele, or like a Voltorb and a Shaman, or even like a Tapu Koko and a Shaman. You can just grab 2 Pokemon, put them into your hand, and then use their abilities. So yeah, definitely seems like a good one of in this deck for sure. We do play the 1 Professor Kukui to buff your damage, 20 more damage for your that you'll be doing to your opponent's active Pokemon, and you get to draw 2 cards. It's mostly in here for the damage buff though. It really does help you out in situations where you need the Kukui Choice Band combo to be able to take 1-hit KOs on things, or like the Kukui Fighting Fury Belt if there is a situation where that would help you do that. But it's mostly like Tapu Koko getting 30 more from the Choice Band and then 20 more from that to being able to do 180 off of its attack. But yeah, then we have 4 Sycamore, very standard, best draw supporter in the game. 1 Skyla in here just to be able to grab something out of our deck if we need it. Maybe we need a Max Potion or a Max Elixir to be able to ramp up our Pokemon to be able to attack, or a Choice Band or anything. You can just search your deck and grab any item card you want, or any trainer card you want out of your deck. So yeah, that's why we play 1 Skyla in here. And then Max did play 2 Choice Band and 1 Fury Belt, I believe. Where I think I kind of like the 2 Fury Belt, 1 Choice Band. I do see why 2 Choice Band is good as well, though, just so that you're more likely to hit those 180 numbers with the Kukui Choice Band combo. But I personally, I feel like whenever I play this, I'm mostly just 2-shotting everything. So I kind of like the HP buff that you get from Fury Belt, but I guess it's just personal preference. You can go more aggressive with the Choice Band and be able to swing for 180 with that comboed with Kukui, or if you think you're just going to be 2-shotting things, you can just play the Fury Belt and be a little bit tankier with that comboed with your stadiums. So yeah, like I said, we like the 2. I personally like the 2-1, like 2 Fury Belt, 1 Choice Band, but Max did play the 2 Choice Band and 1 Fury Belt. But yeah, and then we play 11 Lightning Energy. Definitely like this number. You need to play this many energy at least, I would say, to be able to hit these Max Elixirs and everything. So yeah, definitely a good number of energy, I think. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the deck there. Tapu Koko, it's definitely a really fun engine. I haven't gotten to play this deck too much yet, but I really do enjoy it, and I definitely want to keep testing it out and playing it in the future for sure. So yeah, we'll get right into a game with this thing and see how it does in a battle. Alright, so it looks like we got a game here against Legenda02. And he's got the actual Worlds deck box and the actual like Pikachu Worlds coin that you get from competing there, so that's pretty cool. I'm always playing with these orange regular ones. But anyway, so it looks like we start with a Jolteon EX, which is really good just because it's got free retreat, and it looks like we're definitely playing it against Trashalanche. Anytime I get on PTCGO lately, I'm playing against Trashalanche. It's a very, very hyped deck right now, I suppose. So, yeah, so that's what most of my games have been against, but luckily this deck does very well against Trashalanche, so we'll see how it goes here. It looks like we top deck a Tapu Koko, and we took a couple mulligan cards as well. So here, just debating if we really want to attach this Fury Belt. I kind of want to hold on to it, just in case, like, I can get the Choice Band combo with Tapu Koko and Kukui to be able to knock out these Drampas. So let's see here, just kind of looking through our deck and seeing what's prized and what we've got, and also kind of just deciding what other Pokemon we want with this. And here I think we're gonna end up, we're thinking about Koko. I guess not though. We're gonna go with the Carbink, I believe, and this is just because Drampa can take energy off of us. It's not really a huge deal, and the only thing it can take off is the Electrode energy. Honestly, it probably wasn't the best play to bench that thing, just because I don't think they're going to be doing too much energy disruption here. And once, you know, we've got just 3 lightning on Jolteon, we're fine. So I don't think Carbink was the best bench play here, but we did it anyway, just to be safe. So we attach an energy, bench both of those guys, pass it on to them, and it looks like they've got a DCE and an Ultra Ball for a Tapu Lele. So here they're going to Wonder Tag, and let's see what they get. Probably like an N or something, maybe a Sycamore. So they do take an N, and looks like they're just trying to draw some more cards here. So they put down an Altar of the Moon, and they're going to play N. So we're going to get a fresh hand of 6, each of us. So yeah, he'll Choice Band the Drampa GX and Righteous Edge. So 50 damage with the Choice Band. And here we're going to play an Ultra Ball. And with Ultra Ball, let's see, trying to decide what we want to get rid of here. We're trying to be careful with our items. Kind of just wondering what should I dump here. We wanted to have some more energy just in case. So we are going to put the Electrode down. And evolve into Electrode, yeah, so we can use Buzzap Thunder to attach to our active Jolteon. And we went ahead and attached an energy for turn, just so that way, if he does like Hex us, you know, with the Carbink down, we'll still keep our, you know, like if he does Hex us and he's able to use his attack to discard the Electrode, we'll be able to attach another energy, or if he does play like a Hammer or something. And it's also good to just get a lot of energy put down on your board, so that way you have options for whenever you do want to attack with Tapu Koko later, you'll have more energy on the board to be able to, you know, put onto him. So yeah, so we'll give him a Flash Ray, and so now he can still use his effective attacks on us, but we don't take the damage anymore. So it looks like he's got a Lysander here, and it looks like he's going to bring up this Carbink, and he's going to attack it. So here, let's see what he goes with. I think he can take a knockout, but he just goes for the Righteous Edge. I think he's just trying to stall us out for a few turns. So luckily we do have a Lightning Energy to attach to it, so that way we can retreat. And we hit an Aether Paradise Conservation Area, so now we can retreat into Jolteon and keep attacking. We are going to play the Kukui just because we don't really have another supporter that we need to play, so we may as well buff the damage a little bit anyway. And yeah, so that's going to increase at 90, so he's at 160 damage, so 20 damage away from a knockout. Now, if we did have the Choice Band, we would have been able to take a knockout there on that one, but we didn't have it. So yeah, here we see another Lysander. And let's see what he decides to bring active. Probably, yeah, I assumed Shaman. And he will Berserk it for the knockout with the Choice Band. So here we'll just promote Jolteon, and yeah, you know, he is leading in prizes for sure by 3 with the Shaman and then us using Electrode. But I think we're still in an okay situation. We knocked out his Drampa, and now all he can really do is promote one of his Tapu Lele. And yeah, so he doesn't have like the best setup here, it looks like. Now we do see a Wobbuffet come down, and let's see what else we get. We get a Rescue Stretcher from him, so he's gonna just pull Drampa GX into his hand again, put it back down. Alright, so we see another Lysander for Carbink, still just trying to stall us out. Alright, and he'll attach to his Drampa and pass. So we've got a huge hand of cards here, and we don't really want to Sycamore all of this away. A, because it's a lot of items, and we don't want to get Trash-Alanched for that much damage. B, because there's like 3 Tapu Kokos in our hand, and we don't want to run out of, you know, another attacker in our deck. You know, we only have the one Jolteon, and you can't go all game long with it, but you do want to go, you know, the better half of the first part of the game with it, just because it can wall Drampa. And yeah, so we'll put down the Tapu Koko. It looks like we're going to go ahead and attack with it, just because we don't really have another way to get the Carbink out of the active, and it doesn't look like, you know, he has the best setup here. So I think we're safe to just go ahead and start attacking with another, you know, Tapu Koko. So yeah, we're going to swing for 140 on this Tapu Lele. and pass it over to him. He's going to attach an energy there just to be able to retreat, and he is going to use Righteous Edge to take this Electrode off of us, since it does count as a special energy. So he'll do that, and now kind of just thinking how the best way to go about this would be. So we could put down another Tapu Koko, attach both energy to it, and then, you know, bring it active like that. Put a Fury Belt on it, I guess. And then now we just need a way to hit another energy for the turn. So it looks like we're going to Ultra Ball here, and we're going to drop a Voltorb and a Sycamore. And I guess to grab a Tapu Lele to maybe get an N. Just to see if we can end, because we, again, don't want to discard too many items here. So Sycamore would have discarded a little bit extra for us. Because we don't want to get trash-alanched too hard. So we play the N, and I guess we're just going to play this Max Elixir, probably put it onto Jolteon. Alright, so we do have a Super Rod, but we don't really want to shuffle in all of those Pokemon along with that one energy card, so we're just going to pass it over to him. We did whiff the energy attachment for turn, but I think we're still going to be okay, just because he didn't have the biggest setup initially either, so... he does hit a Sycamore, it looks like, while we're taking a look at our discard, just trying to count how much damage he's doing to us with Trash-a-Lanch. Now, he won't be able to Trash-a-Lanch us this turn, just because he just now put those two Trubbish down, but he will use Righteous Edge for 20. Now, we hit a Skyla here. I don't really think we need to Skyla for much. We really just need to dig for an energy, I think, with the Sycamore. So we'll probably use Field Blower, get rid of his Floatstone, and then just Sycamore the rest of this hand away. So we whiff the energy. We do have an Aether Paradise conservation area, and we're debating on choice banning this Jolteon, just because whenever we do get it set up, it does have the potential to two-shot Drampas, but we're going to hold on to it just in case. Especially since we've got two of our other tools put down. Field Blower is a card that he could play on us and get rid of these tools, so... we're just going to hold on to it just to be safe. That way we can use it for later, not get it Field Blowered away. We do draw into it again, though. So yeah, here we're going to get a Berserk for 150. We are still holding on, though, thanks to the Aether Paradise Conservation Area and, you know, fighting Fury Belt, giving us more than 170 HP there. So here we're going to put down Tapu Koko. We're going to put all three of these energy onto him. Bring him active, put the Choice Band on, and here we'll be able to Kukui Choice Band for 180 damage. But first we're going to attach these energy, kind of just trying to figure out where we want them at, and I think we're okay to just start swinging with Tapu Kokos instead of Jolteons now. So we see a Sky High Claws for 180, so now we're down to 2 more prize cards. We just need to take 2 more to win the game. And we do have a Lysander in hand as well, so we will just be able to Lysander a Tapu Koko, or one of his Tapu Leles on his bench for the game. So let's see how much he can Trash-a-Lanch us for here. So he is going to swing with the Trash-a-Lanch, 130 damage. Not quite enough. So we are going to Lysander the Tapu Lele, and yeah, take the last 2 prize cards. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much the best game I could get with this thing. Most people are just playing Trash-a-Lanch. For some reason, I played so many games where, like, I would just start and, like, they'd see me flip over a card and it wouldn't even be, it would just be like a Jolteon or whatever, and then, or like a Carbink, and then they would just give me a victory screen. Like, they would just concede the game. So, and any other game I played was against Trash-a-Lanch. So you guys got to see Tapu Koko take out the trash in this video. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and let us know what you think about the deck. What changes would you make to it, or do you like this deck? Do you maybe think Tapu Koko is or is not, you know, a good call for the current standard format? And yeah, also check out our merch at rarecandytcg.com. Pick up a mat, or, you know, play mat or a dice bag or anything, you know, help support the channel. It means a lot to us. But anyway, thanks again for watching this video, guys. We hope you liked it, and we'll see you in the next one.